Will constantly increasing the number of products in your Teachers Pay Teachers store automatically boost your Teachers Pay Teachers income? Maybe not, but it's definitely a great place to start. Hello everyone, my name is Sherry from Rolling Acres Education. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if this is not your first time. And today I'm going to talk some more about that survey that was released in July. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will link the podcast below where you can find that survey. I'll also link to It's All Primaries video that kind of did an overall view of that survey and kind of what it basically did and said. She did an excellent job of covering it, and so I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to let her do that. And I'm just looking more at specific areas of that survey. And in my last video, which I'll link below, I talked about the marketing aspect of it, the social media presence, and how it affected the income. And I think it was very encouraging to me, and if you watch it, I think it'll be very encouraging to you. So today we're going to talk about the number of products and how that affects your income. And this one's a little more complicated than the other one, because the other one we were just looking at two different groups of people, and it was just a little more cut and dry than this one. But there is definitely a trend that I want you to see. And so what they did is they asked the respondents, which by the way, there were 1,007 people who responded to the survey. Majority of them were 2 years or less in Teachers Pay Teachers and were making less than $600. But there were also some people in there who were making more than $20,000, $10,000 to $20,000, and so there was a good variety of people in that survey. And so again, they asked how many products do you have in your store and what's your average monthly income. And so with less than 50 products, 71% of people were making under $100. So if you have less than 50 products in your store, you have a 71% chance of making under $100, and you have a 97% chance of making under $600 a month. One person who had 50 products in their store was making $10,000 to $20,000 a month. Wow. I wonder what that product was, or what those products were. Then the next, and by the way, there were 152 people. 152 people had less than 50 products in their store. Then the next group was 50 to 100, and there were 166 of those people who completed the survey. And if you have 50 to 100 products in your store, you have a 62% chance of making less than $300 and a 78% chance of making less than $600 a month. 16% of people were making $600 to $2,000 a month, which is kind of where I think most people are kind of aiming. Their first goal is to get that 4-figure income. And so I'm going to try to really look at that over this video, okay? Then in the 100 to 200 product range, there were 259 people that had 1 to 200 products, and this was the largest group. The most people in the survey had between 100 and 200 products. Only 12% of those were making less than $100. That's encouraging. If you have $1 to $200, 1 to 200 products in your store, you only have a 12% chance of making less than $100. You have a 49% chance of making less than $600. And what was interesting about this segment, 1 to 200, is that this is the first time that the majority of people are making over $600 a month. So if you have 1 to 200 products in your store, you have a 51% chance of making over $600 a month. Now, I would say that as you get closer to the 200 products, your chances increase. So I would say the people that were making 100 were those people that had 100 were those people that were still making under 100, but as they got to 200 products, they were making more. Now, let me say something right here. If you've just started making products, you've not been making products very long, and you're still taking a long time to make products, and you think, oh my gosh, I will never get to 100 products. That's not true. You will get faster. When you start bundling products, when you start, and I've even taken and made some products smaller, like I have a big sub plan, And I thought, you know what, some people might just want those puzzles. So I pulled the puzzles out and just did puzzles and made that a smaller resource. So you can make resources bigger, you can make them smaller, you can bundle them into smaller bundles and then bundle them into bigger bundles. Those are all different products. A bundle is a brand new product. Even all that you've done is put some products together and listed them, it still counts as a new product. You will get faster. It took me forever to make my first product. It gets faster. I made 3 the other day, 3 brand new ones. I'm not talking about like, you know, bundling. I made 3 brand new products the other day. So it will get faster. Don't be discouraged if you've got less than 50 products and it takes you forever to make a product. It will get faster. Okay, so again, 100 to 200 products. This is where people start to make that over $600 a month amount, and 31% were making $1,000 to $5,000. So 31% were making $1,000 to $5,000 a month. So that's pretty good. Okay, moving on to 200 to 300 products. There were 163 people who were in the range of 201 to 300, and 3% were making less than $100. If you have 200 products in your store, you only have a 3% chance of making less than $100 a month. You have a 30% chance of still making under $600, but you have a 70% chance of making over $600. So if you have 200 to 300 products in your store, you have a 70% chance of making more than $600 a month. And if this is a side hustle, that's pretty darn good, okay? 17% were making over $5,000 a month. So this had the widest spread, and what I mean is the numbers were more consistent down the column. Like, you know, with 50, you had the biggest groups up here, and then it got smaller and smaller, and then the same, and then over here you start having bigger numbers at the bottom. This group was pretty much consistent down it was the most consistent number in each group. So this is where I think it starting to flip, okay? Because in the 300 to 400 range, there were only 88 people, and 73% were making more than $1,000 a month. So if you have 300 to 400 products in your store, you have a 73% chance of making more than $1,000. Okay, again, it does get easier. I promise you will get faster and you will get better. So with 300 to 400 products, 73% over 1,000. 400 to 500 products, 45% were making $2,000 to $10,000 a month. Okay, that's where the most you had the most people grouped at, and so about 400 products is where you got a really good chance of starting to make some real money. Okay, it starts kind of flipping at that 200 to 300. 300 starts getting, you have a greater chance of making over $1,000. And then at 400, I think is where you really start to get a real income from 400 to 500 products. Now, 500 plus products. 126 people had more than 500 products in their store. And 25% of them were making more than $10,000. 47% were making more than $5,000, and 71% were making more than $2,000. Let me say that again. 500 products in your store. Okay, if you had 500 plus products in your store, you have a 25% chance of making more than $10,000. Okay, now what's more than 500? That could be a lot of products. There's people that have thousands of products in their store. So, but here's the thing: you have a 71% chance of making more than $2,000 a month. And only 12% were making less than $1,000 a month. So what's the lesson learned from this video? That is that I think the most reliable way to increase your teacher pay teacher income is to keep making products. To keep making products that solve problems that teachers have and are still quality products. I would be willing to bet the difference between those people that are on the lower end of the income for each set of products are the difference between those that are just kind of turning out products and those who are trying to turn out products that are quality and solve problems that teachers have. I believe that if you keep doing that, if you just keep on churning out these products that solve problems and that are quality and that are for a good price, you are going to continue to make money, okay? And remember, you're not going to keep working like this your entire teacher pay teacher career. The hardest work is up front. Like I said, it used to take me forever to make a product, and now I can do them much more quickly. And as you start making that money, then you get more motivated. And hearing things like this has really motivated me to get even more busy making products, trying to get to that 300 to 500 range. So anyway, I hope this was encouraging to you, that while you're making those products, you are increasing your chances of increasing your income. Every product you make is another step towards increasing your income. So just remember, you've got this, God's got you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.